this from Rosemary, which this is one company I love, and I'll tell you more about this company. And also there's an old book I have here on brushes which I recommend. If you're an artist, you should have read about them and how they're made. And okay, this is it right here. It's called Brushes. Okay, now let me get something so I can put it where you can see. Okay, let's put it on top of here. Okay, this is a Langnickel. This is 5500, a size 2. And as you can see that there's more hairs in here that belong to the other brush. And I don't know where that one is right now, but I have like 3 or 4 that went bad on me. I ordered them online, and I've had issues with them. And the reason I purchased these brushes, I was watching a video, and the artist mentioned that this was one of the brushes he uses. And when I heard that, I ran out and bought the brushes. And when I got them, I ordered them on Amazon, and when I got them, they just started falling apart like this. So I wasn't too happy about that. So this company here, I have them over here, some good ones like this one here, and they're great. And a lot of people recommend taking a pair of pliers and like flattening this a little to prevent the hairs from coming out, because these brushes, they do shed a lot. And this one is a 5500, 5590, the longer one, and this one is a 5590, the blue one. That's why I didn't want to make this video with this camera, because this camera sucks. Let me see what else I have here from this company. This is a Raphael. This is an 877. Okay. And then we have a Liz Belly. This is a 6158 if you want to match it. Then you have companies that, like Pearls, they'll make their own brand, and they'll put their company logo on the brush and sell them. This is a Sable by Pearl. Not too bad. But okay, this is another Langnickel. So I have a lot of Langnickel, and I've tried all different type of brands. This is another one here. They're by the company Royal. This is another one here. So I do purchase them, but I don't recommend this company, being that I've had so much issues with this company. I will not get these brushes online, because it's not just because it was that one place where I purchased them, but it was a couple of other places where I purchased this brush from different companies. Overstock, they had a set of these brushes I got from them, and Amazon, and a couple of places, and they were all no good. And from all the brushes I purchased in my life, and I called them and I told them that I was having some issues with their brushes, and they told me to send them back, and that they would replace them. And the reason I haven't done that is because, like I said, I was holding them to make this video to tell you guys, what I went through, and you guys to be careful, especially when you purchase these brushes. I don't know if you maybe have had this issue, but yeah. And it's not like once or twice. It's like been like 3 or 4 times I already had this issue. And there's been brushes that I have purchased and sent them back, and I just didn't want them. I didn't, the ones that I still stuck with. They, when I tried to send them back, they were like, no, we don't, they didn't want to refund me or accept them back, take them back, and so I got stuck with them. So the only way to correct that was to go to the company, and that's what I'm doing now with the ones that I do have there. So a company that I have come across that you'll probably run into her in the art scene on Facebook all over, because this woman is all over, and I kept seeing her everywhere. And she would be there with all these great artists, and like talking to them, and getting all this input about brushes and this and that and the other. And I would see her, and people would keep recommending her. Oh, she makes great brushes. She makes great brushes. So I said, let me go out and pick up some brushes from her, and I did. I went out and I picked some brushes up from her. Let me bring them out here. And I mean, these are like my babies right here. I mean, I have more of them, but these are them right here. And let's see if you can see it clear. Maybe I gotta do this. It's so dark in here. Let's do this. Anyway, well, we'll continue the video. Well, this is Rosemary here. These are her brushes. I can't believe I've let that brush get dirty like that. I'm glad I saw this. No, it's not a Rosemary. I know. I was like, my God, I never let my Rosemary brushes get that dirty. But, let me see, I have some more. But, this is a Rosemary. And you see how I keep them real, like, and I have some more here. So, I started purchasing her brushes, and I started trying them out, and my experience with using her brushes have been great. The way they feel when I use them, the way they respond, they're great. And then they have another one that's not Bristol. It's called Bristol Light, but it's like just like Bristol. It's ivory. It's called the Ivory. This is a filbert, and it's an ivory. If you want to match it, they're also great. But you can go online and look her up. But the thing is, you see this brush here? It's basically the same one that Langnickel makes. You see that? So I'm gonna try them out from her, but my friend has got them, and they're great. So I mean, I've used them. I went over there. And he loves them, so he stopped getting the Langnickel. I mean, not saying that company's bad, but if I was to get those brushes, I don't get them online. I mean, I have to go to the art store and test them, see them, and dip them in water, and so on and so on. So those are like the brushes, the company that I have been buying my brushes and using, Rosemary. And her brushes are very well made. You see, the thing about brushes, it's a balance when you make these brushes, because sometimes you'll pick up a brush and you'll see it and you'll buy it, and let's say this flat one here, and you'll purchase it, and then you'll use it, and they tell you, oh, you got to keep your brushes clean, because if you don't, they'll start looking like this. Let me see if I can find one. Let me see if I can find one that's pretty. They'll start like opening up, and that's what happens when you don't clean them, because you get pigment that gets in between the hairs. You see this? You'll get pigment in here, and it'll choke the hairs up. That's like, and it'll start making the hairs spread out. You see, so then you'll get a size 8 with the ferrule, and that hole is but so big, and you could only put but so much hairs in there. There's like a sweet spot where you don't want to put more than that sweet spot, or you don't want to put less. And what I mean by that is, like, some people, some companies, they don't know that sweet spot. Everyone has like you'll see an 8 from this company, and then an 8 from another company, the same brush. Let's say any type of brush, a round, a filbert, a flat, any brush. They'll be different. They all will be different. It wouldn't be the same. Everyone has like their sweet spot, like how much hairs they will put in their size 8. And I think Rosemary has done a good job in putting the right amount where you're not getting these type of results. You know, in other words, you use your brush a couple of times, and you know, you're keeping it clean, you clean it, and this still happens. You're like, what's going on here? I mean, I clean my brushes, I'm taking care of them, and this still happens. It's like, what's going on here? Then you'll get all these type of solutions, brush shaper. I have a toothache, I can't even really. And to try to fix the brush, you see, stuff like that, which I recommend if you want to. It's okay, I have no problems with it, but it's, you know, you could do the same thing with the water. So, and stuff like that, and that's okay, that's all great. But from other companies that I have used, Rosemary happens to be one of those companies that just happen to, when I use their brushes, I don't have those type of issues. It's like, I like them, and the quality of the hair, the ferrule, everything, the stem, everything about this brush is just right, and it's a good quality brush, and it's worth what they ask for, and they're very worth the purchase, and highly recommend them. And they have a lot more here. Look at these. Wow, those are beautiful. You see these? Like, they look a lot like these over here, that the Langnickel, that I like a lot. That length, like this one right here. You see that one? You see those? Yeah, so that company, I mean, I like Langnickel, they're okay, but that issue right there, I don't understand why they continue to have this issue. And I continue to read online people complaining about the same thing, and seeing people with pliers and flattening the ferrule, and using, I've even seen people go as far as using the thing to squeeze the paint out. You know, I mean, that is ridiculous. Even using this, I mean, come on. I mean, you got to get it together. I mean, you got that issue. I mean, it's like, it seems like they have an issue with that, with all their brushes. I don't know what they're bonding the hairs with, but they're having an issue. And and they shed a lot, and that's, that's the issue I've been having. And so I don't know about customer support. I mean, they did tell me to send those brushes out and they would replace them, and I'm gonna do that now. Maybe not, because I'm probably gonna do this video over again when I get a better camera. It may sound a lot better. That I won't have my toothache, but I just to get this video done, I'll just put it out there, and you see all my other brushes here. So I buy a lot of brushes, all brands. I mean, I'm not just like one, but to really impress me, I mean, because I get all brushes. I'm like a brush guy. I'll go into the art store and I'll always pick up one or two. And since then, I really got hooked on those rosemary brushes. I really got hooked. It's like this set here. I had to get this set. It was going for $1,000, and it was a lot of money. I got it through Overstock, and it's $1,000. This set was going for $1,000. You see it? And it was going for $1,000, and now I've seen them for $500. They went down in price. They're 33 sable brushes, and they're very good. The quality's good. They're very good. No complaints. No complaints. No problems at all. And I've used the small ones, and I've had no issues. They like that cat tongue. You see these? That's what they call these, cat tongue. Then you have your flats and you have your filberts. And so I've used all companies, even Winsor & Newton Series 7. I have a couple that were given to me by this old gentleman, this old artist, this guy, where I used to work at. You see my watercolors. And Raphael's. So when it comes to brushes, I'm pretty, been painting like for 20 years. So I know a lot about brushes. I've seen a lot of documentaries on Winsor & Newton on how they make their brushes, and the printership, how they have to do one particular job, and when they get so much time doing that job, they get promoted and they start working on another part of the brush. That's the Winsor & Newton Series 7. So yeah, but the rosemary, I'm really liking these brushes. I really love them. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get me one of these bags to put them in. And I'm very like, let me see, I like to keep them all together. Yeah, I like them because, like I said, they're very, very good brushes, and they're very strong. They put up with a lot of abuse anything you put these brushes through, they hold up well. And I love them, man. I just like the part that she's always everywhere. Everywhere you go, you see this woman, and she works very close with artists and gets their opinion on her brushes, and how do they feel about the brushes and all that. So she works very close with artists, and that's another thing I like, which I haven't seen any other company done. Not even Winsor & Newton. I haven't never seen like the CEO of that company in these art shows, and they're talking with the artists. I have never seen anything like that. So to see her everywhere, and everyone just saying good stuff about her brushes, It's, you know, it's good. And I mean, I even compare these. These are Winsor & Newton right here. They're the little less expensive. And they're, let me see if I have one that's similar to that one. That would be a 6 year. These are two of the same brushes. These are two filberts. These are two filberts. That's a rosemary. And this is a Watson made by Winsor & Newton, which I have not even used. I maybe used it maybe a couple of times. I've been using this one here from Rosemary, which you can tell. And I love that tip. I like my filberts to have like that little pointy, like that tip like that. And this is a filbert from Watson, you know. So you see the difference in tip. This filbert from this filbert. This one has like the top has got that cut. And then you can even tell the difference in quality and the metal. Yeah, even the way the part that they lock the brush, the ferrule to the stem, you can see that it's sandwiched more tighter, like, yeah. And even the finishing, even the very back of it, I like that. And I like brushes that they, look at the back, you see the way this one is more pointier, the Rosemary is like more pointier, and the Watson is more like flat. Yeah, you can tell the difference when you pick up a good brush. You can tell the difference. And in price wise, there's not much of a difference in price wise. And I tell you, these brushes here will last me for a long time, as long as you take care of them and you clean them well and you have no problems with these brushes. Those brushes will last you a couple of years, depending how much you use them. And I have some more over here. These are the other ones. Let me fill this one up with paint just to show you. This is the bright, that synthetic. Let's just pick up some of this color. If you can see that, there's not much light here. Like I said, the quality, I mean the feeling of it, you can tell the difference. You really could. It's a very good feeling, very smooth feeling. Velvetly. It feels like velvetly, is that the right word? It feels like velvet, you know, real smooth. I like that feeling. Not those brushes that you paint and they're kind of like, hairs are real dry. I don't, you know, they're not, you know, they fall apart on you and they start chipping paint. And the ferrule, the nickel, and it'll start coming off and you'll start seeing gold. And I mean, it's gonna happen to this one, but you don't expect all that type of stuff to start happening like a week after you just purchase a brush, you know. So another thing, when you load a brush, you're not, what I try to do, I don't try to like really load it. I'll try to put as much paint, enough, no more than what I need, but I don't try to put the paint all the way up here. I mean, I've seen artists do that. I mean, it's okay as long as you clean them well. And then when I finish using them, another thing what I do with my turp, I don't use pure turp. I'll put, I always put like 5-to-1 ratio. Like I'll put 5 cups and 1 baby oil, just to you know, and that helps to condition the hairs and keep the brushes from getting dry, and that's what I'll do. And if I need to use that stuff, stuff here, I'll use it. I don't use that stuff just like all the time. I'll use it like if I'm going somewhere. I'll put some of that stuff, like if you're going on a trip or something, you don't want your watercolors and you want to take care of them, you know. But like I said, you got to be very careful. And I always pick up the, what's the name of that company? I forgot the name of it. You know, it's that pink soap, the Mona Lisa stuff. And then they also have that other stuff, oh something, I forgot the name of it. It's a soap that they make, and just for brushes, and I'll use that, and that's it. Another thing, when I place my brushes down, I don't throw them. I place them down easy, you know. And little things like that. I mean, you gotta be gentle with your brushes. I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, because sometimes when you drop them real hard in a cup. You know what I used to do? I used to take cardboard and I used to cut little round shapes the same size of the container where I would put my brushes. And I would put that for when I put my brushes down, and it would hit the bottom of the can. You see this over here? When they paint these brushes, they'll dip them, and then they put them like that, and they'll let them dry that way. And sometimes you'll get these air pockets right over here. You won't see them, and then when you come and you slam your brushes real hard, the paint will come off, and then you'll start having problems. Let me see if I have any that this happened to. Like this one here. This is a brush, a Raphael, that it's happened to. You see that? An expensive brush. A sable. You see? That's from air being in between the stem and the paint, and when you put it down, you'll put it down in the can or whatever there may be, jar, whatever, you'll get that. So like when you put them back, just put them in lightly. And what else can I tell you about brushes now that I'm making this video here? Also, don't try to, like if you're working in an area and you're painting, I've seen people do this, and they'll do a back, like let's say we're toning down a canvas, whatever the case may be. We're doing a large area, and they'll come and they'll try to block a whole canvas, maybe with a brush like this. Instead of, okay, if the canvas is this size, look for something more bigger, where you're not gonna work that brush, where you're gonna mess it up. You're gonna kill it real quick. That brush isn't gonna last long if you're gonna use it like that. So if you're gonna block in a big area, get the right size brush. Don't try to block in a big area with a small brush. Not even something like this. You're gonna block in a canvas. Don't, this is a size 6. Yeah, this is 6. I mean, get yourself a 16 or get yourself a 12. 12 is a pretty good size. You know, you can really, so always get the right brush for the right job. And your brushes will last you a lot longer that way. Another thing that I have a bad habit of doing is I'll wet them. I'll put them in my mouth. I don't tell you to do that, but it's something that I've done for years. A lot of artists that have been painting for years, they get into the habit of doing that, and they'll shape them. They'll wet them they'll put them in their mouth, wet them. Make sure they're clean first, that they don't have any turp or anything like that. I don't know. I think maybe that's probably that rumor that they said Van Gogh used to eat paint. I don't know. I've heard that. I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe they saw him shaping his brush, but all artists they put their. You see, I just took this brush and I just put it in my mouth and wet it with my saliva, and you see the way it's now real nice and wet from my saliva, and I'll take it and shape it. And I don't even have to shape it with my hand, just with my lips, and that's it. And then I'll put that away. You see. So, I mean, people that have been painting for a long time, they'll probably know what I'm talking about. So, that's how I shape my brushes. I don't really use this, but just to try it out. And what else? And that's it. And take care of them, and that's it. But the company that I do recommend, like I said, Rosemary. There's still a lot of more brushes I want to try. I do want to get the ones that these right here. Where are they? Get a couple of them. Yeah, but she makes great brushes, and this one right here, you see? And like I said, these are a lot like the Langnickel. Brackish hair. Yeah. That's the one with the long hair. And what's the one that I have? You see how I am with my brushes? I'm like, okay, you see? So, I mean, after I had these issues with this company, I probably wouldn't purchase any brushes from this company again. I mean, if I do, I doubt. I will go with the Rosemary. And it's the quality of the brushes. If I'm going to pay for something, and you're going to pay for something, you want to make sure you're going to get good stuff, good quality brushes, and brushes that are going to last. And so, I also have one of these here. I wonder what company is this. This is made out of Winsor Newton. Brackish hair. But these don't have brushes. Master Choice. That's the brushes. That's the name of them. Master Choice. She has them a filbert and then a flat. As a matter of fact, these are the sizes how they are. I think so. Yeah, this is how they are. Because, yep. This is her 4. You see her 4? Compared to this 4 from this company. Look at the difference. Look at that. That's a big difference. And then this 4 here is going for, that's a filbert. And yeah, 2 of them. I'll give you, look, $6. That's great, man. $6? Serious? Is that $6? 4, 6. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's great. Then this is a size 8. I don't think these are the way. I don't think these are the actual size. Cause damn, that's an 8 right here. And look at that. Look at her 8. I mean, this is more like a 4 here. Yeah. And you can tell the difference in quality. Right. These are the ivory. These are the ivory, the ones I was telling you about. The black ivory. Very good brushes. Very good brushes. This is how they make them. See, they make them all by hand. They make them the same way when certain one makes their brushes. You know, not the way they make brooms. You know, that everything is done by these big machines now. They make their brushes by hand. You know, we're not making brooms, we're making paintbrushes. And I tell you, man, fine quality. You see, she tells you fine quality. You want to get good brushes, you know, well, you know where to go. This is the only company that I would buy brushes online. And they come quickly and wrapped up, and she puts a whole bunch of books in there, and it's a family company. It's not. I guess that's why these companies, the quality, because everything is so. You know, it's a family company. It's, you know, and look at this. These are the watercolor Pure Kaninsky. Look at those. Look at that. Look at that brush. Isn't it a beautiful brush? And I wish I had a better camera to make this video if you guys could. Well, like I said, go out and then get this book if you want to read up on brushes. How they're made, and well, this is one of the books I got when I wanted to like learn more about brushes and how they put them together and stuff like that. These are lettering brushes for lettering. I have some of those. I bought those in a flea market. It was a bag. I had a bag of those brushes. Let me show you. I don't even know why I purchased them. Look at them. Strut handle. It's a weird brush. I knew they were lettering, but I wasn't sure. Now I know. You see, because I have the book. This is a bigger one. So, oops. You see the way I dropped that brush right now? I'm supposed to do that. So, that's it. That's my video. Take care of your brushes, and if you're gonna if you do decide to get these Langnickel, I don't recommend buying them online. I recommend purchasing them in the store. Test them, try them out, and if you do, make sure you get a guarantee. If you do get them online, get them online. I mean, get a guarantee. And my choice of brushes from all the ones that I have, Raphael's, Da Vinci's, Winsor & Newton. Not saying that anyone is better than the other. I have them all. But I like my Rosemary. They're very, I mean, that's my choice of brush. And that one doesn't belong there. You see, I usually keep them all separate in their own container. But like when you start using them, you'll start putting them in different places. And I don't like doing that because I'm more careful with my brushes, especially her brushes. I take care of them more. I don't let them, you know, I care about them more than my other brushes. Let me just put it that way. And yeah. As a matter of fact, this is another Langnickel that went bad on me, and the stick broke. And I took the stick from another brush and put it on here. You see? This is not the stick for that brush. So yeah, stuff like that. What else do I have? Any? This is another Langnickel I have. Yeah, I have a lot of Langnickel. I mean, they're okay. Only that one problem. If they would just, the stuff that they use to glue the hairs down. I mean, they gotta. I don't know what they're using, but they gotta get something better, man, because they've been having a lot of issues with that. And it's all over the internet. I'm hearing people have that same issue. This is the one that I have to send back, and I have to locate the other ones that I have. I don't know where they're at. Now I have to locate them. And this goes here. This goes here. I'm gonna make sure I put. Okay, I'm gonna locate the ones I was using. Because they have to be washed before I put them away. Okay. This, I was using that one. This one I wasn't using. This is another Rosemary. Alright guys, so that's my video, and that's about it. Bye bye for now.